All right, guys, this is going to be fun. Vernita's been living in Costa Rica for 12 years. Do you recognize her? She's made
Hi.
other videos. We're going to be talking to her about her life here, what she likes, what she dislikes, all of it in a minute. Guys, I'm Michael Allen for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. TravelCostaRicaNow.com is a travel agency, so go to TravelCostaRicaNow.com. Fill out the 4-minute form, and you'll be that much closer to the vacation of a lifetime. We're like you, having best friends who live in Costa Rica, who know Costa Rica, totally hooking up your Costa Rica vacation. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, please do. YouTube is hard these days. And if you want to see videos as we put them up, hit the notification bell. Do you recognize Vernita? Have you ever seen, you ever heard the name before? She's a partner with Travel Costa Rica Now. She sets up the packages.
It's me. The last time I did an interview with you, I had hair.
Yeah. Is that because of me? Is this what I've done to you? Is this what I've done to you? This interview is going to be good. Well, that last video I think was, oh my gosh, 9 years ago or something crazy?
Yeah, it's been a while. Long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're going to catch people up. So like I said, Vernita's been living in Costa Rica. She lives specifically in Manuel Antonio, which is on the Pacific side of Costa Rica. But let's just kind of update or outline. So what were you doing? Where did you live before you came here?
Before I came to Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Yep.
I'm a Philly girl, born and raised.
All right.
Attitude is still here.
Trust me, it is. It is. So what was back then? So, I mean, you know, everyone's traveling around these days, digital nomad stuff and doing their thing. But back then, what was going on how'd Costa Rica get on your map?
It was only because I was a nanny and they brought me to Costa Rica on vacation for 10 days. And we actually stayed in Los Sueños.
Oh,
so we stayed there, and their family had like a house. So we stayed there.
Anybody that doesn't know, Los Sueños is very bougie, very big, nice. Very expensive.
Very nice.
So you're here 10 days and you...
10 days. One day we came to Manuel Antonio. We stopped at El Avellón, the airplane restaurant. We had a smoothie. Like I remember it was yesterday. And then when we left, I always thought about Costa Rica and I started planning. It took me 2 years. I researched Costa Rica for 2 years.
Really?
And then I quit my nanny job. And I was raising 3 girls and a little baby boy. And one of my girls, the oldest girl, she's like, why did we ever take you to Costa Rica? Because I was like, I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go move to Costa Rica for 3 months. And I always say that I was meant to be here because right now I live at a, it's kind of like a mini boutique hotel, but it used to be another hotel across the street from us. But I lived right across the street down the road. And I felt like it was meant for me to be here because after me staying here for that 3 months when I was allowed to be here in Costa Rica for 3 months, I always just thought about it and I made friends with the previous owner of this hotel and I contacted her and I'm like, I want to move to Costa Rica. How can I
do that?
How can I do that?
I need to make money.
I know. But back then I took TEFL. So I was certified to teach English as a second language.
Oh, that's that thing you have to do to teach Chinese kids English? Yeah, you could
do that. But I was like, I don't want to do that. I thought I wanted to do that. So I spoke to the owner of the hotel at that time. I'm like, do you know anybody that's looking? She's like, no, but I need an assistant. I'll pay you a stipend. I'll give you a place to live. I'll feed you. I'm like, well, this is perfect. So I just put my money away, saved my money there, whatever they paid me, because I was volunteering. Basically, I was a volunteer coordinator for an animal sanctuary. And so, yeah, I did that for 2 years. And then they were like crazy. So I needed to leave. So I quit and I moved down to the OSA for like 2 weeks to work for somebody else at a smaller little bed and breakfast too. And again, they were crazy. So I left and I came back to Costa Rica. And then when did I meet you? Because I met you when you were visiting Manuel Antonio.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God,
But it was still in Nika, right?
No, not even. I followed you guys.
But we were sitting at a large table. I just remember this.
Because we were at Barba Roja, which is no longer here anymore. And it was like us, my friend Eugene, and like 2 of his guests. We all went out and had like burgers.
Yeah.
And after that, we went to some other place and like chilled. And I don't even know how did I meet Anika. I don't even remember how I met Anika, but something happened And you were saying that you needed somebody. And then my friend was like, you can do it. And I said it to you.
And
I could do it. But no, because you were like, I don't know, because of Nika. Because I think it was just Nika at the time.
It was.
And you were like, I don't know if I want to hurt her feelings, to like take stuff away from her. So you had to wait and talk to her. And she was like, yes.
Yeah.
I need help.
We were getting busy. Well, let's go back for a second though. So when your family's in Philly, right?
Yeah, everyone's in Philly.
Did people go, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Or were they like, that's just Vernita being Vernita?
No, I don't even know where it came from. I was walking around in downtown Philly with my little chihuahua, and I'm like, and I'm like, I'm over it. I'm done. I don't know.
And that's crazy.
But when I came here for that vacation with the family, and then when I came here on my own and lived here for 3 months, it just always stayed in my head. There's something about Costa Rica that just like
felt right,
captures you, and you're like, what the hell? And then I come here and I'm like, I don't want to go back to the U.S.
When you first came here, did you know you were going to stay, or were you still feeling it out? You know what I mean? Like I might go back to Philly. I might see y'all again in 6 months, or I might not. So where was your head?
I did go back after a year of living here just to see everybody. But then I came back. But then once I started staying, and the years just kept passing and passing, and I was like, oh, I think.
And they keep passing and passing.
And I'm like, I think I live here now. So when I get on the plane, I'm like, I'm going home to Costa Rica. So I don't know what it is. I'm telling you, anyone I think that does live here like you, there's something about the country that calls you. It's not perfect, because the U.S. isn't perfect either. But Costa Rica is just, it did help me. I mean, again, like I'm born and raised in Philly. I'm always go, 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 go. It took me a while. It took me 2 years.
Because you're type A. Aren't you type A? I mean, you do things, you get things, you're going.
Yeah.
So to me, I mean, let's go take it to me.
Okay.
I think it does. Costa Rica for me, since it is a more simpler life, it does kind of force you a little bit to slow your life down a little bit. So, which I kind of needed that in a sense. So for me, I like that kind of like, Michael, it's okay if that doesn't get done this second.
Right.
You're gonna be fine. But before, you're in bed going, I got to make these calls tomorrow. I got to do this thing.
Well, that's always in my head. My mind never shuts off. It's always going. I'm already thinking about what I have to do for tomorrow.
Do you sleep good?
For the most part, but I get up really, really early.
Yeah, I do
and
too.
I go to bed early. But normally, yeah, I can sleep probably a full 7-8 hours.
I sleep like shit, but I've always have. I mean, I don't care. It doesn't even frustrate me. I've always been like that, but I get up at 4, even when I go to bed early.
Oh, but here it's awesome getting up early because it's so quiet.
It is.
You hear the birds, and I always see some crazy animal. So I'm like, I'm cool getting up early.
So if you had to tell somebody like what now, you're just saying, well, it just feels right. Costa Rica's called my name or whatever. But could you specifically say a few things that you kind of go, I really like this about Costa Rica. I really like that.
Animals, the people, and the beach. I live in a beach town. Sometimes I forget that it's down there. When I'm on the bus and there's a certain point where it turns and you see the whole, I'm like, oh my God,
freaking
this
beautiful.
is where I live.
Yeah, again, for those of you who don't know, Manuel Antonio is arguably one of the top destinations for tourists to come down because it is a beautiful beach. It has a great park, lots of animals, great restaurants. The only thing I don't like, which I want you to talk to somebody about,
I know you're gonna
is this just the road. It's just the one road.
It's
so busy.
I know. It's busy, and it's getting busier because they're building more hotels, which we're all like, please, no more. We can't do any more people. We're gonna run out of water. It's too much.
They're not thinking. Fortuna is doing the same thing. Hako is doing the same thing. They're going, let's just keep building. We're not going to do infrastructure. Nope. We'll worry about that later when the house falls off the cliff because it's
right. And you can't really make this main road any bigger. You can't.
And so we were talking about this yesterday. Sometimes they have problems here because since it is, so there's a little town, we'll say at the bottom of the mountain called Capos. And that actually is the area. Somebody decided, the bougie people said, let's go up on the mountain where it's going to be more expensive. We'll call that place Manuel Antonio. But there's only one road. And so we have there's weather issues, Vernita. There's weather issues.
Roads have collapsed.
Hills have...
Exactly. And even in Capos has flooded. But the cool thing is, it'll flood down there, and like the next morning, they clean it up, and it's like it was never there.
So would you ever see yourself leaving Manuel Antonio? I know you kind of
No,
got your life here.
no, my life is here. I mean, my thing is, since I'm here in this beautiful country, I want to experience it. There's so many places to visit here. As small as it is, there's too much to see. But right now, Manuel Antonio, I love Manuel Antonio.
If there was a little bit more, my favorite place, I think, is Osa.
I like the Osa, but it's so remote.
Yes, and that's the problem. I know people, you know how people go, I want to be off the grid.
No, you will be off the grid.
I know, but they say that, but they don't really mean it. They want to be, I say this all the time, they want to be off the grid, but they want the freeway exit to be really close to them.
Exactly.
And they still want their stuff. So Osa is unfortunately, a little too off the grid for me. I need, for what I do, I kind of have to be more easy to get down the road.
Exactly.
But man, I remember getting up, you're on the beach, the jungle, it's wild, everything.
Beautiful.
They're literally, I made a video there and I'm up at like 5 out in the jungle and it looks like I'm high because I'm going, it's just, the macaws are going by, the monkeys are up here, but I'm talking like, it sounds like I'm high. People go, are you high? I go, no, that's how beautiful it is down there, but a little too down there.
Because I lived in Puerto Jimenez for a week when I was trying to work for somebody. And then he had another hotel in Karate. So Karate is like the last town before you get to the national park.
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed out there and I was like, oh, no. This is beautiful, but I cannot live out there because it was way too remote. My boss, every day at 3 p.m., he would turn off the internet and like, everybody needs to talk to people. I'm like, dude, no, you can't do that.
Is this where the crazy came in?
Yeah, that's where the crazy came in. And then the one day though, I had a day off and I went for a walk and I saw spider monkeys in the wild. And I literally, like, the one tear was like coming down my eye because I'm like, this is so cool. Because when I worked at an animal sanctuary, we had 2 spider monkeys because they used to be pets. But to see them in the wild doing their thing, it was the most beautiful thing ever.
I agree with you. I totally agree. And you know, the people shouldn't be underestimated. It really is true. When they say Costa Rica people are nice, it's a true statement.
It is.
It's not just I think, what was it? The happiest they were
It
voted.
used to be the happiest country in the world.
Now that's kind of bullshitty,
well,
but still.
We got bumped down. I think Finland took over or something.
Yeah, I don't know. But the people are nice. It is kind of nice to live in a country. Like I say this about Panama, and I think it's true. Panama is a great place to live if you want to pick that place as like a gringo or whatever, but they don't like you. They don't really care for you. They just like, you're not there.
Right.
And they got like a contentment a little bit for you. But here, they will stop. If your car breaks down on the road, they will stop.
For sure. Super nice people. And it's just gorgeous here. Like where I live, like you guys can't see the other side, but this particular room that we're in was one of my favorite rooms because you look out and there's like just beauty. There's a monkey bridge. Sometimes monkeys come through. There's a pool and there's just beautiful gardens. You're just like, wow.
I always hate that we have to turn the camera this way for the lighting because the better backdrop is obviously this, but I don't have a huge lighting system.
Okay. That's all right. But it's really pretty what we're looking at.
People always want to know this, and I don't mean to be personal. So in a general way, what is approximate your cost of living here? And then, because I have a reason for saying that, it's because, you obviously have some perks,
right,
which play into it. So, what generally is your cost of living per month?
God.
With this, I'm assuming you spend mostly on food.
Yeah, it's probably mostly food.
Yeah, me too.
Because the person that I stay with, they kind of like help me out, so I kind of don't have to pay. Because if I do extra stuff for him on the internet, like he'll be like, okay, you don't have to pay me this much this month or whatever. So
what are your
my bills?
You don't even pay water, do you?
I don't really pay it.
If you guys want to know how to do this, write Vernita and ask her how she knows. No, my point is, down here, everyone's like, how can I make money or how can I do this thing? By getting out here and meeting people and
you just gotta meet and talk to people and make your connections, and all of a sudden people are like, well, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And
can you manage my place? Can you help me with my website? Can you watch my kids? Can you watch my house when I'm gone for 6 months?
Yeah, it's like you figure out how to survive, and I've managed to do it for 12 years.
I think if you want to come stay here, you can figure it out. But they always want, well, Michael, can I do this? Well, I don't know. Maybe you can. Come down here and figure it out.
Yeah. I just always tell people, just because whatever you're doing, whatever country you're from, doesn't mean it's going to translate here, because it's just different.
That's
It
true.
works differently here. So, you can be some top marketing person in the US and think you're going to come here and do that for somebody here, and you might not be able to do that. So, again, I just like you have to be creative in how to live.
I also get tired of people. I know things can be expensive here. I realize that. I know it's expensive.
It is.
Well, it's not for me. I live cheaply. I got a little crappy Tico house that I pay like $2.80 for now because of the dollar, by the way.
Oh, I know.
And most of my stuff is food. I just bought a car. That's after 18 years. I mean, I keep my bills. I don't buy anything I don't use.
Right.
And if I didn't use something in my house and you said, Michael, are you using that tripod anymore? Take it. I don't want it.
Right.
So but people, they want what they want. And they want their car and their ATV and their pool and their work.
I always tell people, if you want to live like a U.S. American, have all the accoutrements that you always are used to, and guess what? If you're going to want that here, you're going to pay for it.
I would say could be more expensive here if you're going to do all that.
Well, I feel like now it's just as expensive as the U.S. And I always tell people when they bitch about the price, I said, when I was here as a nanny researching, trying to figure out, how much food was and everything, and it always said that Costa Rica was the #1 most expensive Central American country. And that was years ago. So now when people bitch about it, I'm like, it's been on the internet forever. But I'm like, you're on vacation. Spend your money. Go back home.
But I still think it's funny that it's a lot less expensive than their country. What are you even trying to say? So they'll go, it's expensive. Well, not as expensive as yours.
No.
So shut the fuck up.
That's why here, I am in the Caja system, but even just to go to the doctor.
Sorry, real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Caja is the healthcare system here, socialized medicine. So.
Yeah, sorry. So, but I don't use it because when it's socialized medicine, it does take you a little bit longer to get your appointment. And I did that once when I had an issue with my knee and I had to go to the hospital. They treated me and everything that day. My next appointment to see the orthopedic, this happened in August. I wasn't seeing him until November. And I'm like, but my knee, I need to put my leg down. They're like, figure it out. But there's another system called MediSmart.
Right.
Are you part of MediSmart?
No, but I know about it because
of
Johnny.
Totally do it.
Yeah.
Because I got my hip surgery from that. But if you just go,
that's more like a if you're in it, you get like it's discounted, right?
Discounted. Yeah. So like even like if you go to the dentist, well, actually just normally just to go to the dentist to get your teeth cleaned here in Manuel Antonio, $60. Just cleaning your teeth. Like you can't pay $60 in the United States to get your teeth cleaned.
No, you can't. Well, Johnny actually, Johnny, who's our medical dental guy, he got me into I do pay into the Caja, but this is actually a hack that most people don't know, and I got a video about this coming out. But what you're supposed to do is once you get signed up, you need to make something up or do something to where I want to make an appointment for whatever. My heart sounds weird.
Right.
They take a bunch of tests, so you get into the system, and now they have your records.
Right.
So they get all your records, all your stuff. So if something really was to happen, an emergency, they don't have to start that whole thing over.
Right. Right.
So I'm supposed to have an appointment to do a whole checkup or something. Jesus. He goes, Mike, you're not getting any younger. Whatever, dude.
And the one time I had asthma when I was in the U.S. And once I got here, it kind of like disappeared. But then I was staying at somebody's house and I was dog sitting and all of her dogs were in the bed with me. And I woke up and I couldn't breathe. And I went to a doctor at like 8:00 at night. It was a 24-hour center. And I literally was me and the doctor. That's it. Gave me 3 treatments and I got some drugs, $150.
Wait, here?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was a while ago. But still, I was like, in the U.S., every person that comes to touch you, you have to pay for them. And I remember the one time in the U.S. and I'm like, I took off my oxygen. I'm like, I don't want any more people. I'm not paying you.
You can't even walk in a place without paying to walk through the door, let alone the doctor.
So that's why even I know sometimes for locals to pay $150 is a lot for them. But I'm like, you have no idea. In the U.S., it's thousands of dollars. And every person you talk to, you're responsible for paying that person.
And that's why it pisses me off when they go, Costa Rica's expensive. Well, then why are you talking to me? Stay where you're at and do what you do.
Yeah.
All right. So how's your Spanish?
Well, I do have a boyfriend that only speaks Spanish. So I have to speak Spanish to him. It's not perfect, but I can get by. Sometimes though, when it's something serious, like when I do go to a doctor, I'm like, I need to speak English because I want to make sure we understand each other.
You don't want to miss that communication.
No, exactly. But I feel comfortable enough. Like I've been to Guatemala, I've been to Panama, they speak English. I've been to Colombia. So I feel comfortable going to other Latin American countries and using the Spanish that I know, but it's not perfect. And I know Tico's, they know automatically that it's not fluent. And they're like, you can speak English. And I'm like, no, I want to speak Spanish.
I love when you go to a restaurant and, you know, you're trying to work your Spanish. You're trying to say some stuff and they just go, do English. I know what you're trying to say. They like don't have time for it. Quit. I mean, they appreciate it.
They appreciate it.
But they also kind of go, let's carry on with the English.
But I always say Ticos are super nice about it because they can tell and they're patient with you.
So what I always ask, I think I ask this a lot because I find it interesting. Do you understand Spanish better or speak it better?
I think I understand it better. Normally for me, you can speak. I'm picking out a couple of words and then I'll put it together, which is weird.
Mine is the understanding. I can't. I hear just a lot of blah, blah, blah.
Really?
So when I can say what I want to say, which creates the problem. Because now I said what I want to say, and they're going, well, he kind of knows. Let me just, it's like, habla más despacio, porfa, and they say, oh, está bien, and then 20 segundos más, blah, 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 like talking. And I always had a bad ears anyway. I'm not deaf, but I have I don't know, something wrong in my, I don't hear words correctly.
Right.
I'm the one that changes the song lyrics to suit me. That's what I could have sworn he said that.
But I do remember when I lived here for 3 months, and there was this old man that I always see on the bus, and he would always try to speak to me. And I'm like, dude, I don't speak Spanish. He didn't care. He just kept talking to me.
I find that very weird, by the way.
I thought it was funny, but I would see him. And then the one time we're sitting at the bus station, and he said something about a woman that was fat. He said it was gordita. And I was like, oh, are you calling her fat? And I was like, I understood what you said. You're talking about that fat woman over there. So whenever I see him on the bus and everything, he'll press the buzzer for me. He'll be like waving at me. So I thought that was kind of cool that he didn't really care.
But see, that frustrates me because they know I don't get it. And they just start rambling on. And I do a lot of this.
See?
Pura vida. And they think I understand every freaking thing they said. And I don't. And I start sweating. I stress out with this stuff because they're talking. I go, I just told you my Spanish sucks. And went faster on me.
Do you tell them to slow down?
I do all of it. And they go, like your guy said, I don't care if you understand me. I'm going to talk Spanish. Well, this is a question because I've experienced this. Now, you said your boyfriend doesn't speak English. You've had some problems with where he thinks he understood what you said. Let's say you're not in a fight, but it's kind of a more serious topic. Did he understand what so he thinks you said one thing, you said another. He's saying something, you think you understand it, but maybe in this miscommunication can be like pretty bad.
Well, sometimes he'll say to me, do you understand? And I'm like, oh, más o menos, more or less. Again, like I'm putting it together. And then sometimes I can tell when he just gets frustrated. He just just stops talking. But
that's serious communication, though. If you got let's say you're trying to go, you don't hug me enough, honey. And I feel like
I would know what to say.
I don't know, but it seems like, how do you explain that and then in a way where he gets it the way you mean to say it?
Well, Google Translate is your friend.
Okay, good point. I take that question completely back. Fuck it. It is kind of good now. You can do it on a conversation thing.
I know. But that one, that's weird.
Well, it doesn't work. I try it, and it's confusing to everybody. It's like, who's talking?
Who's talking? Normally, if I don't know, I'll look at it before I get to wherever I need to be, and I'll just keep saying it in my head, and then I'll get there, and I'll just say it, or I act out everything.
Charades?
Yeah.
I'm from Philly, bitch. I can do shit. Small word.
The one time I wanted those plastic shelves that pulled out, but I forgot to look it up before I got there. So I'm like this, and go like this. Like this, she said the word. I was like, yes!
That one.
That's what I need.
It's not plastic card. What is plastic? Is it plastic?
I don't even know now.
Your Spanish sucks. Does he even want to learn English?
He always tells me that. He's like, okay, I want to speak English. I want to speak English. And then we start doing it. And then it's like, you don't really want to learn because you're not paying attention. So I will say certain things I will say to him in English and he knows. So I just have to tell you, this is a joke between us two. He'll never watch this video, so he doesn't care. So when I worked at the volunteer center, he worked there too. So that's how we met. And we just continued on after I quit. He stayed there. But the one day I asked him to do something and he didn't do it. So for some reason, I thought of shithead. So I was like, "Cabeza de caca."
Damn.
And I said that, and he was like, "What did you say?" I said, "Poopy head."
That was very Philly of you.
I know, right? So now that's his nickname. I call him Poopy Head. So he's in my phone as Poopy. So I know.
I don't know if he's gonna like that.
Well, he knows what it is, but I said only a gringo would know what I'm saying
That's
to you
funny.
if I call you Poopy. So we were out once, and I was like, "Poopy." He's like, "Shh, shh, that's not my name. Call me by my real name." I'm like, okay. So whenever I introduce him to people, I have to make sure I say like his real name and not Poopy.
That's funny. So where do you let's move it along 5 years. So would you be comfortable just doing what you're doing, or do you have like, you know what, I want to change it up, or maybe you want to start your own thing, you want to do your own thing, or you have a different? I mean, or are you cool?
I'm cool. Like I work for you. Then I did start my own travel
We're
agency.
partners. You don't.
I work for you.
You don't work for me.
Okay, we're
You're
partners.
probably more bossy than I am.
No, I'm not.
Don't bring it up. Don't you even bring it up 7 years ago.
Dude,
Don't do it.
you just brought it up.
I didn't mean to.
He wasn't the nicest person to me the last time I saw him.
I know it's hard for you guys to believe.
He was a dick. But I love him. Look, we're still together. Every now and then you say some stuff, and I'm like, because I try to keep the Philly girl inside. She only comes out when she needs
to.
So
I think I've gotten better. I think I'm mellowed in a lot of ways. I'm
well,
pretty chill on the.
Yeah.
We have a pretty, Anika, you, me. We kind of nothing really goes wrong with it anymore.
No.
And we have that crazy customer every now and then.
Oh,
and it's like, do what you want. I don't care what you tell them.
Yeah, that's.
Vernita said, I think it's funny. This happened. I think it happened with me and Anika. The guy wrote me, and he was mad with Anika. I wrote him back, and I go, Anika said you were a dick. And I've known Anika for 15 years. She would never do this, and you must be a dick. So don't write back. Go somewhere else. We don't want you. Bye. I don't know. They think for some reason, I'm going to get on TripAdvisor. Well, go get on TripAdvisor. Do you, boo? You know what I mean? I don't care.
Yeah, I'm like, if you want to tell me, go ahead.
You got to admit
I got evidence. I always keep my emails.
Exactly. But you got to admit it is kind of fun. We live in a country where, I don't know, I bet you don't compromise too much. You do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You just say things you want to say. You do what you want to do, and there's not a bunch of people looking at you have to appease or I can't say this or do that.
And that's the one thing that I do have to say working for you, because you kind of let us do our thing. Where I know any other job, like you can't say that, because I know some people that work for other travel agencies, they have a script that they have to follow.
It's cut and paste.
And I'm like, oh, no. I was like, I'm going to be real. If you're going to come here, I want to be real with you and tell you actually what's going on. I don't want to.
Well, most do cut and paste because a lot of it's Tico's doing it, and their English is good, but they have to just go, well, it's cut and paste stuff, basically. Right. Their packages are very boom, boom, boom. And
so I have my own travel agency, but I kind of help other people more or less do activities and transport. With you, I do like everything else. And that's little by little, because it's still fresh.
Just in this area or everywhere?
I'll do everywhere.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, everywhere.
So what you're saying is you're going to quit me soon?
No. You said that.
You
said
that
to Anika.
You better give me at least a 2 year.
2 years.
Yes, I gotta. Man, you just can't find people like that anymore.
I'm not gonna. You help me live. You help me make money. I can't leave you because I have nothing. So I need you. Unfortunately.
This is on tape.
Whatever.
All right. Well, let's. This was fun. Vernita, thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. We got to talk more than just once every 9 years.
Well, that's on you.
I guarantee people are going to go, I enjoyed that conversation.
If you don't like it, I don't care. If you love it, great.
Take over. You do you.
I'll
leave. All right, guys. I'm Michael Allen, travelcostarica.com. Thank you, Vernita. Things are going to pop up. Thinking about living or traveling anywhere, especially Costa Rica. Always do your homework and research. And if it is Costa Rica, I'm going to say you should listen to us.
I know my shit.
This video is not going to be monetized. Ciao.